Hi everyone, and welcome to Global Business Evolution, where we talk about the trends, happenings, and practices in business today. I am Tani, the CEO of Human Capital Matters, an international management consulting, strategy, and human resources firm. We deal with everything from strategy development, leadership matters, online learning, and recruitment, to name a few things. To find out more about what we do, click on the link below. I will be sharing some tools, tips, and insights that will help you in the world of business. So, like and subscribe to my channel for all the latest happenings in the business world. Today, we'll be talking about: before you were a manager, your number one job was to accomplish tasks. You were someone who had the required skills to get something done. As a manager, your number one job is to help other people to accomplish their tasks in an outstanding way. Yes, you will have your own tasks to do, for example, planning, budgeting, weekly reporting, but your primary task is to help other people to do their tasks. Your job as a manager is to get the best work and best effort that you can get from the people that you manage. The measure of how well you are doing is how well each individual in your team is performing. Each person will want and need something different from you. It is up to you to find out what that is and then help them to get it. In return, your employees will do great work for you. Moving to a new role is always difficult. If you are moving into your first managerial role, you will have new responsibilities and more responsibilities than you have ever had before. You cannot do everything that you used to do, as well as take on some new responsibilities. As difficult as it might be, you will have to let go and move on. You need to get over the idea that you were indispensable in your previous role. You cannot do your new job well if you are still doing your old job or still thinking about it. You also cannot do everything yourself. You will need to learn to delegate. Delegating can be a difficult thing for you to do initially. As an individual contributor, you would have been used to doing everything yourself, and you would have had a certain way of doing things in order to reach specific outcomes. When you start delegating for the first time, it is inevitable that you will closely watch the individual doing the tasks that you have allocated to them. You might feel that there are better ways to doing those tasks, that the steps are not the same as the ones that you would have followed, and so on. You have to let go. As long as the outcome or the delivery is of the standard required, and as long as they are operating both within the constraints of company policies and team budgets, how they do something or the fact that they go from steps A to Z in a different way than you might have matters less than the fact that they actually get to step Z. Try to avoid micromanaging. One of the biggest temptations as a new manager is to make bold changes quickly and to want to make your mark. This is a really bad idea. You do not know what you do not know. Avoid changing processes that have already been established simply because you want to assert a new authority. I know that as a new manager you will feel the need to establish your authority, and no, I haven't forgotten that I did actually speak earlier about how important it is for you to do so. However, that was within the context of relationship management and team dynamics. Changing processes that are already working very well can actually disrupt productivity and hinder the team's performance. Instead of looking knowledgeable and powerful, which is what you wanted, you could end up looking incapable and incompetent instead. Take the time to observe the processes that are already in place before attempting to change them. Take the time you need to listen and learn, to meet with your stakeholders and to know what is expected of you. Do more listening than talking. Set up individual meetings with each of your new team members in order to understand their roles and what matters to them. Ask questions about what they like about their job. What are the biggest challenges that they face, and what ideas do they have for improving the organization? Be careful, however, not to let people's perceptions cloud your judgment. Verify any information that you receive before taking any action. Do not forget to communicate frequently with your manager, as it is more important than ever before to keep her abreast of things and in the loop, since you are no longer just responsible for yourself, but are in fact reporting on the progress of and therefore representing an entire group of people. The goals you outline for your team and your team's performance plan must be intimately tied to your boss's priorities. Make sure you know what matters to your boss and your boss's boss. Your performance plan and deliverables must be aligned to theirs. What matters to them must matter to you. Ask to set up regular meetings to discuss your goals, your progress, and any issues you might have and how they relate to the organization as a whole. You can only impress your boss with your team's progress if you're moving in the right direction and in the direction that the organization requires you to be going. Address those relationship shifts immediately. Put those boundaries in place. And remember to avoid being too friendly with your team. Your relationship with your team is of necessity a hierarchical one. You are there to coach, steer, and direct your team to ensure that they are performing well and doing the best work possible. At times, you will have to give difficult feedback in order to steer the team towards the desired results. You cannot do this and be a friend at the same time. There has to be a balance between friendship and professionalism. Take accountability for mistakes and praise your team for successes. This is part of being a good manager. Hold yourself accountable for your team's mistakes and give your employees the credit when the team experiences success. This is important as it helps maintain respect and gratitude between you and your employees. It helps them to feel valued and makes them feel that they have your support and protection. Avoid changing your personality because you are now in a higher position. It is natural to feel pride in your achievement, but avoid becoming too egotistical, as this will not help you in building the relationships that you need in order to succeed as a new manager. Don't forget that you also still have some learning to do in your new role.
I hope you enjoyed that. I tried to distill my many years of experience into bite-sized chunks. Needless to say, the learning never ends, and therefore there is so much more to this topic. I hope that you will join me to explore these topics further. Leave a comment and let me know what else you'd like to learn about. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel.